Hi, welcome race fans to Under Caution. I am Heather and this is Puka. And don't forget to share our show online and remember to like or subscribe. And today Puka is going to talk to you about our partner in the show.
Got a new partner, and last show, and remember we're down to once a week, so
Yes.
just look for us once a week. And we talked a little bit about that dieting I was going to do. So we have a new partner in C4
C4.
Energy, and they got us some energy drinks, which are really good. And I have some right now if I don't say so.
What kind are you drinking right now?
That's raspberry,
Strawberry watermelon.
strawberry.
Ice. This one is my
watermelon ice. It's pretty good.
favorite.
So anyway,
Yes.
they're supposed to set up some pre-workout. We'll show you some stuff, some aminos and different stuff like that. So we're on the program here again. So I worked out 4 days this week. I'm exhausted right now. I need a nap, but we got to keep grinding. But yeah, so today, anyway, first off, thank you to C4 Energy. And we'll put a link in the notes here. If you look below, if you want to click the link, you can check out, like I said, energy drinks and protein powders and aminos and pre-workout, post-workout, all the good stuff. The claim rule. Bringing back the claim. Something if you're our age or
Early
older.
90s.
There was, I don't know when they eliminated the claim rule. Wazoda eliminated the Wazoda claim rule mid-90s. I know.
Yeah.
Drivers didn't like it. Some fans did like it. I don't know where the promoters obviously sided with the drivers because Wazoda's a promoters association, not a drivers association. So they went ahead and kind of listened to the drivers and did it. I don't know if they really listened to the fans. So we wanted to kind of give a fan's perspective. And why don't you start off? I know you have a story or two on your experiences with the claim.
Yes.
Rule.
Yeah. Well, before I get into that, I know that with this claim rule, I think it ultimately kept costs down. I don't think the racers were willing to put the type of money that they do these days into their engines for the fact that, if they play any car that plays in the top 10 could then come to the claim circle, and I think they could claim any of the cars that were in front of them, or maybe it was just the top 5. I'm a little hazy on.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Was it top 10?
Top 10 or top 5? I'm not
yeah,
sure.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably kept some costs down, just because that night you won or took third, and somebody who wasn't your buddy, finished in the top 10, and had a ill will towards you. Maybe you guys hadn't had the best experience out on the track, and maybe you did a little bit of rubbing out there, and they may say, hey, I want that engine. So but I'm a Tardy, and that's my maiden name, and my uncle is Lauren and my cousin is Jeff, and back in the day in the mods in that division, my uncle Lauren was racing, and gosh, I remember that claim rule. I know he had been claimed by Olafson, and then I don't know which happened first. I don't know if Lauren claimed Olafson or if Olafson claimed Lauren, but they kind of went back and forth a little bit there. But like the big claimer was Bobby Smith from Bemidji.
He was the king of claimers. She's
He
talking about Alan.
really-
Yeah, she's talking about Alan Olafson of Bemidji.
Yes.
And back then he was there was only one kind of mod back then. It was just mods, a mod. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Smith was the king of the claim. I don't think he made any friends at the track.
No, exactly. I know he claimed my Uncle Lauren, and I know he claimed SD
Kelly SD.
a couple times. So yeah, no, he wasn't about making friends. I think he was about, stocking engines in his garage. Cause they had to have been in there like cordwood. Cause I don't know. With the engines that he claimed, it just didn't make sense. But, it was fun, but yet, I know that they had to tell, I think if you were in the claim circle and you were in the top, like you had to shut your engines off. You weren't allowed to turn your engine back on because you could blow it. And then, after somebody claimed you. So they were pretty particular. And I remember seeing some cars kind of take off a little bit and try to rev that engine up to try to disable it in some way, ruin something, because they were ticked off that they got claimed. But it always led you to wonder what's going to happen next week.
Yeah, it added a little bit of drama for the fans. There's no question about that. And I remember Smith also claiming Daryl Nelson one night in Hibbing. He was furious. So, I see the racers argument where they want to put some money in for durability and that kind of thing. But, like I said, keeping the cost down. Now, as you know, car counts were much higher now there was never a late model claim rule. It was, it was more of a super and mods thing. I don't even think I don't know if the beginning classes had it, but super and mods were Wazota. That's where the claim rule went into effect. And like I said, the car counts were much higher. Dick Chrisman had a T-Zar in his super stock in about 96, 97, and he would get claimed or refuse to claim. He'd sit out and take the suspension. Didn't really care. So that kind of added drama in a little bit of a different way. But I think I remember Ryan Ayo and Darren Murato might have had a little something going on with a claim at one time in the supers. But one thing that this conversation led me to thinking too is, would we even have the B-Mod class if we never got rid of the claim? Because that B-Mod class got big about 99, 2000. I think it was the promoter at Golden Spike back then in St. Cloud, or Granite City Speedway, what it is now. I think it was something like that, and it was just kind of a cut down mod. And of course it was cheap, and then all of a sudden I remember seeing they'd have, they called it a Midwest mod, B-Mod, Midwest mod, and they had Brainerd all of a sudden, like 4 heats, and every night, 2000, 2001, and of course Wazota got a hold of it. It's gotten much more expensive, that kind of a thing. But you kind of wonder if, like I said, would the class even exist if the claim rule was there and they were able to keep the price of the super stock down and maybe even the modified down? Because now the modifieds, from what I hear, cost almost as much as a late model, but they still race for less money than a late model. So what the heck, even racing a mod 4? I don't know. It just, so that, I don't know. But anyway, that's where you can comment is, do you think that the B-Mod would even be here today if the super stock, at least that class, if the Wazota would have kept the claim rule in? Because that'd be interesting to hear some of your comments on that.
All right. Well, that's what we have today for our show. Please comment below and let us know what you're feeling. And don't forget to share and like or subscribe. Thanks for joining us on Under Caution. Have a good night.